All right, guys, Coach Dan back with our third installment of shoulder videos. Started out with the cable, really working on the strength and stability of your shoulders using a cable column that you guys have in your weight room. Our second video covered the dumbbells. With dumbbells, you can work a little bit more of your range of motion and get a little bit deeper into the rotator cuff because you can concentrate a lot more on what you're doing. Now we're going to work with tubes. All right, elastic tubing is probably the best thing that you can ever do for your rotator cuff. Simply because you can stick it in your gym bag, you can stick it in your bat bag, you can take it with you wherever you go, you can have it at home so that you never have to be without your tubing. Okay? You can tie it around the fence, you can tie it around a post in the dugout, you can tie it around, you can hook it through a door frame. You can put it just about anywhere, so there's no excuse not to do your shoulder work. I'm going to hook my tubing up to the squat rack here and show you just a few of the exercises that we do. First, we're going to develop strength, then we're going to develop explosive power, and then we're going to finish off with some shoulder stretching exercises using the tubes. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do here is work on setting my shoulder blades back. Okay, it's called scapular retraction. It's pulling those shoulder blades back together. If you think about your shoulder blades being here, it's pulling them tight together. Okay, scapular retraction. Okay, I've got one hand on each, arms out straight, and all I'm doing is letting my shoulder blades go apart and pulling them together. Apart and together. Now I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to work on extending that shoulder blade out, and it's the muscles inside your ribs called your intercostals that help to do that. So I'm going to hold the cable or the tubes straight out in front, just as if I did a chest press. And all I'm going to do is extend those shoulder blades apart. Okay, you guys have done an exercise called a push-up plus, where you're working on that scapular retraction, pulling it together, pulling them apart, pulling them together, pulling them apart. That's what we just did here with those two exercises. Okay, now we're going to get into some of the stuff that we've done with the dumbbells and the cable column, but we're going to throw a little bit of an explosive plyometric effect into it. Okay, the first thing that we did was that we're going to do is the 90-90, where we've got a 90-degree angle at our armpit and a 90-degree angle at the elbow. When we did it on the cables and with the dumbbells, we would pull up to 90-90 and extend back. Well, here, we're going to throw some plyometrics into it, a little bit of an explosive movement. So when we get to the back, first rep, we're going to do 7 pulses and extend back in. Next rep, 7 pulses and extend back in. And so on for a set of 5 to 7 reps with 5 to 7 pulses in between. Okay, we can do the exact same thing on our lateral raises. Okay, from here, I'm just going to hold the inside handle, tight to my ribs, or tight to my waist, and extend out to the side, and pulse up at the top. Develop some good explosive power, some good elasticity and explosion through the rotator cuff. Okay, I can do the exact same thing. Instead of pulling up and across, I can pull it out across. Still holding that inside handle tight to my hip, out and across. Now I'm pulsing back and forth instead of up and down. Developing good explosion in that external rotation. Think about your shoulder like a rubber band. The more you can explode with a rubber band, the faster the ball's going to go. Same thing goes with your rotator cuff. The more explosive you can be, the faster the ball's going to travel. So there's a quick explosive movement there. Now shoulder stretch. You're going to take your tube, fold it in half, and work on extending it all the way over top, around to the back, and back over to the front. Seems like a real simple move, but it really develops a lot of stretch through your shoulder girdle. One quick, simple move that stretches out your entire shoulder like that. As far as these tubes go, where you can get them and some other really creative stuff that you can do with them, I suggest you go check out Crossover Symmetry. There's a link either right below or right above the video. Not sure where I put it yet, but it's crossoversymmetry.com. They've got some real creative exercises that you can do, a lot more than I just showed you here, with the tubes to really develop great shoulder stability, shoulder strength, and shoulder safety. It's Coach Sam from BaseballStrength.com, signing off.